Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In, Volume 2, Part 18. On my Crackhead update, I got a chance to see and talk to Betty Boo this morning. Yeah, the Birdman and Betty Boo was walking past my place. They live in Good Haven Apartments, about a block away. And Birdman started a conversation with me. He introduced me to her. I said, yeah, this is my ex-wife, Betty Boo. And the woman she one-eyed, she wear a patch over one of her eyes. He said that she snatched one of them young guys crack and tried to run, and they caught up with her, and she got blinded in one eye. Now she's not skinny. You can look at her and tell at one time that was a fine woman, because she's not skinny like most of the crack smokers. She still got her shape, but she is funkified. I'm talking about this lady stink. She smelled like 60 days wolf piss. She got a hell of a defense. She don't know she can can that funk and send it to the Dallas Police Department for crowd control. I guarantee you won't be no protesters. They'll scatter. They spray that funk on them. Man, she asked me for a cigarette, and that means she got to get close to me. I said, oh, man. I was just thinking to myself, I say, man, that woman shower at his apartment, she going to stop the drain up in the shower. All that dirt and funk coming off of her. And we had a little exchange. She was sizing me up. She was looking at me like I was a pork chop walking through a lion cage. Boy, she was sizing me up. I know he sensed what she was doing. And they walked off. I wished them a good day. Before we get started, y'all know what it is. Keep your shanks ready. We might have to ride at a moment's notice. It's all kind of shit going on. Let's ride. Yeah, today is my 66th birthday. I had some dark days. I never dreamed I would live this long. But I'm still here. I'm still above ground. Yeah, my last video, I made a comment on being incarcerated to receive a large sum of money. A lot of people in the comment section say they wouldn't do it. The reason why I said that, because most people will say they are bored. You see that all the time. Man, I'm so bored. You know, I know that comes from extreme low brain activity. That's why you're bored. Your brain don't have the right nutrients to function, because the brain is creative. It can make things happen. Who you think programs a computer? It's a human brain. It inputs the logic into the computer code. So likewise, your brain will create some activity for you to indulge in to fight off your boredom. But some people just can't do it. And also, the reason I said that, look at all the people who just stand around. I can go over in the inner city and just look at people they got places to live. They sit at the bus stop all day. Just sit there in that hot sun. I just walk the streets, talking about they got to find something to get into. Those people not earning no money. They not earning nothing. Some of them maybe got an SSI. Some of them go do a little day labor job. Man, those people never, ever gonna earn no wealth. Now, I was looking at something. A Walmart manager average salary in Texas is $175,000. That's the manager of the store. But a full-time hourly worker is $14.26. If you were making $14.26, you could work at Walmart for 50 years, and you would not be accumulated 1 million yet. You just living above the poverty line. You hovering right at the poverty line. So you're not going nowhere in your life at all. Everybody don't get these miraculous breaks in their life. where they can come up. Everybody don't see that in their life. Or sometimes they receive it, it's right in their face, and they don't even see it. They let the opportunity pass by. That's what I try to do in my life. I try to evaluate, have I let an opportunity slip past me that could have helped my circumstances better. I looked at it in prison the same way. What can I do in here that can benefit me? That's why I came to the conclusion in prison. Basically, my last 15 years, I took myself out of the mainstream of prison life. I had a good prison job, all the prison hustles, all the game, and none of the bullshit gonna come my way. They're gonna go around me like COVID-19. So I already know that. The only trouble I'm gonna get into is I gotta bring it on myself. That's why some people ask me about different games and all this. None of them are impressive to me. Anything they'll do, I done did by myself. So they not impressive to me as a group. That don't mean jack shit to me. I don't need them for shit. They didn't control my life. I don't need them for nothing. I know how to get my own contraband. I know how to mess with the female guards, and I always had me a good job assignment where I can mess with the female guards and no other inmates be around but me. I learned how to keep myself in one of those type jobs. Because the prison official only going to trust, really, you can't have a sex case, a masturbation case, or escape. They're not going to put you around a lot of females. You're not going to work there. You're not going to work in the infirmary where all the nurses is. You got any of those type of cases. You cannot have a disciplinary for masturbation. Never receive one. Or be in prison for any type of sex offense. You're not going to work there. The warden is not going to trust you in his office. That ain't happening. He got some pretty secretaries work up there. Pretty women work in the count room, in the mail room. You around these people, no other inmate. So that's the kind of prison job you want to have. If you're on any type of gang file, you're not going to receive that type of job. Never. I don't care how long you've been locked up, they never going to assign you to that type of position. Also, if you want to know something about a Texas prison, Google TDCJ and the institution division will pop up. That's where all the prison units are. Click on the prison unit. Scroll down to Texas Tribune. There is listed every inmate at that prison. It has his name, his prison number, and his release date. You can click on that inmate's name and it will take you to his criminal record. All the crimes that he's been convicted of. How much time he received. You can click one more time, it'll take you to his parole history. It'll tell you about, is he eligible for contact visitation, what happened at his last parole hearing, or if he's in the pipeline for a future parole hearing. It's easy to find this information out on a Texas prison. They got every Texas prison is listed on Google. They're easy to find. So if you're curious about that, look it up for yourself. One subscriber wants to talk about Butch Ainsworth. He was a building attendant at the Eastham unit. And he was from Galveston, Texas. Now, building attendants were simply inmate guards, but more or less institutionalized snitches. That's what they were. They were enforcers. They ran shit. The Texas prison for over 100 years was ran under that system. And even when the federal judge in 1980 told them this system is unconstitutional, it still took Texas 4 more years before they abandoned the inmate guard system. They appealed it. It got so bad until the federal judge appointed federal special masters assigned to the prison. So they threw a monkey wrench into that plan. They say, we got to be notified when this special master is going to show up. What they would do is hide the inmate guards while the special master is there. And stop all inmate movement in the hallway where he won't see an inmate, he can walk up and talk to him. Miraculously, all movement ceased. All inmates are sitting in the day room or are locked in their cells. So they can't talk to the special master. But still, inmates would walk up and start a conversation. He would ask them, hey, Do y'all have turnkeys here? Guys say, hell yeah, they're here. Even point them out. That one of them is right there. The guy standing there with a broom, he's a turnkey. He don't sweep no damn hallway. They got other inmates to do that shit. And it got so bad until they appointed a special master to be at the prison all day long. So they couldn't use inmate guards. But Texas did not want to change. Other southern states had the same thing. Inmates carry guns, inmates guards. Arkansas had the same thing. Mississippi had the same thing. Louisiana had the same thing. But they all abolished that system under a federal court order. In Texas, we had Judge William Wayne Justice. He issued a permanent and a temporary injunction to stop inmate guards and starving inmates in solitary confinement. Texas disobeyed the order. They was held in contempt of court. They refused to abolish that system. Now, anytime you got a system that's ran by inmates, you know it's going to be a hell of abusive. Now, if they could have controlled some of the brutality, that system probably would still be in place now. But a guy can just get called out of the day room and beat, stomped anytime they want to for any little small reason. Any reason they want to. They don't have to explain it to no guard on why they beat you up or stomp you to death. They ain't got to explain it. And the warden co-sign whatever they do. But anyway, back to Butch Ainsworth. He had this Hispanic homosexual. Now, him and several other building attendants had fights over this homosexual. So the warden got tired of it and transferred this homosexual to the Wynn unit in Huntsville, which is about 30 miles from the Eastham unit. And this guy, he got a hatchet. Went in the warden's office, laid his hand on the desk, chopped 3 of his fingers off, and the warden brought that homosexual back to the Eastham unit. The next day, he was back. The power of the booty. And he'd stand around out in the hallway, hugged up with him. He didn't even allow you to look at him. You better not look over there. He always be standing by the mailbox on the south end of Eastham, right across from A-Line. Any guy who's been at Eastham before, they'll know where A-Line is. It's a mailbox right in front of A-Line. And he'd be standing there every day. You better not look at his homosexual. Sure better not talk to him. That stuff was rampant. That's one thing they didn't enforce. They didn't even care about it. That was one of the privileges Bill Clinton had. He could have any homosexual he wanted. Have him in the cell with him, all that. No problem. If he got caught, if some guard accidentally walked up on him having sex with him, they didn't do nothing. Just all in a day's work at the Eastham unit. I had a cell partner at the Bill Clements unit in Amarillo. Now, I tried to explain this guy a little bit about prison life, but I see he wasn't interested in it, so I just let him go. Now, it's rare that I was on the cell block, because I work in the warden's office, so I can leave out at any time I choose, anytime, day or night. I can leave off that cell block. He gave me a card. All I got to do is show him that card, walk out, go on about my business. Anyway, we had this guy on the cell block with us who had killed his wife and his mother-in-law. And he'd go into a zone every now and then because he didn't get no money from home. And this particular day was a commissary day. He was just out in the day room shouting, "You know, if I kill my own damn mom and my wife, you know what I'll do to you." So I was in the cell. I think I came back to get a commissary bag. Some reason I came back to the cell. But they had an open door policy. Your cell door stayed open at the Clements unit. You go in and out your cell, lock your door when you want to. And my cell partner standing at the door, he asked me, say, "Is that guy mad?" I said, "No, he's not mad." "Man, that's a vicious dude there." I said, "That dude ain't shit." "Man, I'd hate to meet that dude." So I'm looking at this fool. I said, "Man, what the hell matter with this dude?" I had been told him, "Hey, man, mind your own business." Clemens unit is violent, but you could deal with it. Most inmates there was into drugs and staying high, staying drunk. Plenty of female guards there to have sex. The female guards there, they sold sex. So you had some money, you straight in. And just so happened this guy walked by my cell. And he tell him, say, hey, brother, you feeling okay? That's all he needed. So he would play this little scam. Maybe some new guys moved on that cell block, so maybe they'll buy him an ice cream and a cold soda when they go to commissary to get him to be quiet. Now, he just throwing this stuff out in the air. I done seen him get beat down before. So he really ain't got nothing. He trying to sell a bunch of hogs. That's all he was doing. And so that dude stopped and looked at him. He said, man, you must need a husband or something. What the hell are you talking to me about? And walked away. So I tell him, I said, say, man, when you come out of this cell, by you didn't get right on his ass right then, I say, he gonna try you in that day room. I say, he looking at you, all he see is fear. I say, here you're a knife here. I said, man, I don't want no knife. What am I gonna do with a knife? I only got 10 years. I say, man, all you gotta do, you ain't even gotta stab it. Just come out of this cell and chase this fool all over this cell block. He gonna run to the administration and get moved way on the other side of the prison. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you, and that's gonna send a message to the other guys. Ain't none gonna bother you. Because nobody wants to die in here. He wouldn't listen at me. When he came out the cell, I was waiting on him to open the door to let me out. The dude just walked right up and slapped him. Pow! He stood there. Say, man, why did you hit me? He said, shut up. Get on up to my cell. So later on that night, I come in from work about 11 o'clock at night. He still was in the cell. He's in there crying. Homeboy done bust his cheeks. So I tell him, I say, hey, man, in the morning, go get yourself moved, fool. You can't even live here no more. You cannot live with me. I tried to help you out, show you what to do. You won't listen, so you on your own. Now you got to find you another cell to live in. You can't live here no more, or I'm going to pull an inmate move. I'm going to pack your shit and throw it in the day room. You got to go. Anyway, it's enough ranting and raving. And shout out to my subscribers, man. I appreciate the help, you guys. And to my landlord, Mr. Jesse Aguilar. This guy done helped me out so much, man. And shout out to my subscriber in the UK, Mr. Shaw. And of course, Mr. Claude Lee. Man, I sure appreciate you guys' help, man. And Paula Thompson. Hey, stay up. Y'all have a good day. Like and subscribe. I got to get this video uploaded. I'm going to go roaming around today. I'm going to ride all over Dallas. And y'all have a good day. Thank you for watching.